Welcome all to the stream. We're at Austria for Tier 1. I'm joined by a past GSR winner from Season 1. You wouldn't be expecting me to say that.
Hi, I'm not really a commentator, but I'm gonna do it because I'm bored.
Yeah, nah, I don't blame you. I understand why you're doing it. I know you watched the Tier 3 race a little while ago and heard what happened. What a crazy race that was. I don't know if you watched the full thing, seen how that went,
It was a crazy race. I just saw the final part. It was chaotic.
Even for a wet race, usually the wet race aren't even the closest. It's more different with that. Usually the wet races are the ones that I would say are the more boring ones. Those ones aren't necessarily the most interesting races. So obviously those races with the wet races obviously change the way the race gone.
There's
And
Force
we'll
India
see if
going
there's
on
rain in the
track.
race. It's actually racing.
Tauntum. Well, I like saying Force India better.
No, I know. I mean, I know you're a Force India fan, so I know how that goes. Yeah, no, my question is, will it even rain for the race? Because we saw in Tier 3, in Tier 2, it rained in the race. Will it rain today in the race?
It might. You never know. Sadly, I can't check the weather, so...
Yeah, I know. The way it goes to spectator menu.
Yeah, I wish you could.
Kind of wish you could.
Menu. Yeah, they need to add that for 2020.
Or even just the 2019 patch, if that's the way it goes.
Yeah. As there's multiple cars going on track. What? Okay then.
Reese? Okay then. Don't know who that is, but we'll see Vivid on a lap here. Vivid's now racing Tier 1, or Tier 1 again. It's racing every season of GSR now. So, this is another stat of GSR.
Yes,
yeah, no, I see medium driver. I see drivers on mediums, some drivers on hards.
Two on hards. Most of them are on softs.
Does that mean this race will probably be a dry race or wet at the end? Who knows? I mean, that's a really good question. Ask yourself. Well, how will that go?
Well, there's about to be multiple drivers starting their lap here. And, my question is, are they gonna... Oh, and Giants
Vivid!
out, and Vivid retires from the session. Giants fans spun. Yeah.
Similar to Iron Axe did an Outback, which you know about that one. You were in that race. I always meme Axe about that the whole time. Whenever I talk to him about Austria. This is like the first time I haven't, so I had to get it in there. Axe just can't spin today. He's probably gonna spin through there anyway if he does spin. Nah, it's all jokes for Axe. We love him.
Full traction gang, boys. Full traction gang.
Yeah, yep. There you go. I mean, obviously that changes a lot of things. I think Houndoom is the first one to complete a lap. Houndoom is to the line. Houndoom, 105.2.
105. Alright. I bet that ain't staying there for a while.
Sitter left the session. Yep, there you go.
Alabama Outlaw with the 104.9. So what's your prediction lap time? Like, what's the highest lap time you think it's going to be? Like, 102
well, in other
103?
leagues that I was in, well, no way at 102. in other leagues that I've been in, like, and that I've seen WOR, BRL, ILR, LCR, many leagues that I know, the pull time was a 103.7 at best. With these drivers, I'm really thinking, just like Canada, it doesn't necessarily get that close to it. But I really think with this pull time was we have a Mercedes spun that's Ricochet. And what's the other name I have from? But I'm not saying that on stream. We joke around about that.
I know what that is.
If you know, you know. That's the way it goes. With Ricochet, or not with Ricochet, with the pull time, I really see it being a 104.2 at best. 104. I see it being a 104.2, 104.1. I really do. That's what I think. The time is going to progress throughout the session. The track is going to evolve. Obviously, a lot of things throughout these sessions will change. And V2 and Ricochet, I think, have slipstream here from each other. So this is pretty interesting. Or did, at least, for a moment. Something I think we found interesting in these last few Tier 1 races is JRT Norris on AI. Axe here has been in contention for all of these race wins in the past two. But has some way found a way to not get them. Or choke it up. With Canada, he crashed out, which I'm sure you saw from some point or heard of it.
Yeah, I
with
did.
Axe, he crashed out of the lead. It was for a moment, and then battling for the lead, he came from 10th to 3rd. And then was going for the lead there within a span of 5-6 laps from that safety car restart. And then in Britain, he had the chance. He was in the pack. The DRS train
My
with
opinion, I think he had
Houndoom,
that
F1 driver.
I think he had that. He was set
Yeah,
up
Canada
to
really looked the best for GSR Axe. I predicted last season, which I don't know if you were in the server at the time, but I predicted Axe would win Canada or USA, and he'd gone out and won USA. So I thought at that point when I said that for Canada last season, as soon as I saw him running up through the field, I was like, you know what, this is his race to win, and this just with him, this is my prediction from Canada going back to what it did, because he had bad luck last season at Canada, where it got himself out of the race again, and that's what kind of happened. So I'm really wondering, is Axe's luck going to turn around here in GSR today? How's this going to go? Let's see what he does here through the final 2 corners.
Expo League goes up to 3rd, if that's how you say his name. I'm not sure.
Expilo, yep.
Expilo, yeah. Oh, Axe gets a 104.929. Barely gets ahead of Outlaw. Jones fan with the 107.
JRT Norris P3.
Squid with 108.
And I think probably Magic got on the lap. That was him. Yup, P7. I might as well go on Twitch and check the chat, because I've not actually done that yet. The next guy to hit the line, I believe, is a Haas, I want to say? It is Raves.
Yeah. Let's see what Raves gets here. As he's entering the final corner. And it will
Raves on podium last week.
P5. Next person to hit the line will be Giant Tim.
Let me actually look at this right now, because this is probably something I should be talking about. Bama, 69 points, nice.
Nice.
Either way, last week with him,
Giants goes
what
P2,
happened?
right behind Axe 12 1,000 to the second. Or not 12, 8, yeah.
Thing is with the championship standings, Bama had to sit out last race from the game. Oh, you're echoing.
I am, alright.
He had to kind of sit out last race. Yes, that is better. JB Smooth is into a spin. Tier 3 winner. No, the thing is, with that Bama, he wasn't able to race because the game wouldn't let him back in to the session. And that costed him his championship lead. Because Houndoom gone on to win last week and beat F1 driver off of penalties. So obviously, right now the championship standings for the top 5 look like this: Houndoom, Bama, V2, Axe, and then Ricochet. That is very tight between the top 5.
That is, and like, what race of the season is this again? I forgot.
Race number 7 now. It is after next race will be halfway point for tier 1.
Alright, so it's halfway through the season and you already have a good championship going on, so let's hope this is tight as Combat gets the fastest lap with the 104.5. 4/10 quicker than Axe. Scotty Jets, I think, is about to complete a lap. Yeah.
Invalid, I think, or starting his lap?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the two. Something these guys are going to struggle here with is, I know you've experienced this before. I think everyone has. No matter if you're in racing line or not, it's so hard to see the braking boards or the racing line in general for people who do run it into corners like turn 1, for sure.
Because of the sun
this type of track.
like that.
Houndoom P2.
Houndoom.
Let me check the chat, actually. I don't think anyone's chatted yet, but it's nice to see people here. 7 followers. I think Raves followed us a little while ago. Whoa, that was close between Ricochet and Houndoom. 14 drivers at a time so far. Jones fan being the slowest one. Yeah, we saw with Tier 2 qualifying, Dex fan. Qualifying was pretty close to the top. It was 15 with thousands. Around a track like Austria, do you think we'll see the same here today? Being that close?
Would you repeat that? I didn't hear you. My mic cut out.
As Scotty just goes 7th. Pole for Tier 2 was pretty close. It was 15 1,000s, and the top really 16 was very close, with all within a second of each other. Do you think for pole position we'll see the same for that today?
It might be, but in my honest opinion, I think it might stay the same, like kind of how like it is now. But you know, like Austria.
Yeah, I see what you said in chat, Rapes. Thank you, actually. Yeah, as Twitch, I won't be able to get up all the chat stuff, but I will be able to get it up later on. Just depends on my phone battery percentage. Alabama Outlaw has got the fastest sector 1, and that is purple for him.
What's your Twitch? I can check it for you.
PNB is TNT 22. Yeah, so yellow flag, it is the orange McLaren. Well, you thought McLaren would be orange. Giants fan, I was slowing down, that's all. He was on an outlap. There might be a time delay with the time in the game, but the thing is, right now there's 7 minutes left, and with the way it looks right now, V2 Combat has pole with the 104.5, and I'll be honest, I think it'll be a 4-2 for pole. I'm still confident it will be. Maybe a 4-3 by the way it's looking, but Alabama Outlaw, look at that! Look at that! 6 1,000s!
Yeah, maybe it will be a close qualifying. I kind of doubted it, but you never know. Jesus,
Vivid did DNF earlier, and it was 19th. Right now, Vivid is. He's going to be starting at the very back. Unless someone gets disqualified, grid penalty, that's where he starts. And he said, there's no way I run through the field without somebody taking him out. I couldn't agree anymore, because Axe was lucky enough in USA. If you go watch that video, it's on his YouTube. Axe was lucky enough just to get through the field and just to go from 20th to the win and battle V2 Combat for the win at the time. So with V2, he's shown he has chances before, but he only has won one race before the season. That's all he's won. He really hasn't been this consistent. He hasn't really done well, but with 17 drivers still left in the session, there's no room for error. And even in these sectors, look how close it could be between people. You see sector 3 right now. I mean, oh, 104.5. He might have had slipstream from Squid right here, as I see him right in front. That might have been what made the difference.
About to finish his lap. Let's see if he can beat that.
Yeah, V2 is a 10th up. This definitely won't be his last time, because I know he'll get back to the pits. Let's see what this does. 104 what? It's a 104.1. Even better than what I said.
That was your prediction, yeah.
I said at the very, very best, which I don't think would happen, is a 0.0, but hey, you never know right now. I was still confident with that point too. Yeah, like I said about Axe at USA, he was battling V2 for the win. Penalties mattered, stuff like that. Obviously, USA is a big penalty track, but this is a really big penalty track for the final 2 corners and the first turn. It's obviously crucial, especially in strict corner cutting, on what changes with penalties, what can make the difference. Now, someone I want to mention who I think could have a good chance is V Ripley. Thing is, with Ripley, he's had the chance to win races. He had the chance to be on podium. He hasn't really done so because of bad luck. So, for example, last week, or not, the previous week in Canada, and then was taken out in the first lap in Britain. If Vivid wants to get through the field, he needs to be very, very cautious, because Axe slid his way through the wrecks and got his way through it. Vivid, I don't know if he could do the same, but I want to say at the same time, Vivid's going to need something lucky to happen. A safety car, VS, whatever. He needs something lucky to happen. He can't just sit back there and say, hey, oh yeah, let's just bet on a safety car. I'm just going to run 10th. No. In ARL, Rapalucas was running 10th or below the whole race. He only got up to the podium after a quali ban. That's how far he got up. So at a track like this, don't get me wrong, it's easy to pass, but the issue is there's not enough time to pass. There's 36 laps. It's only a minute around this racetrack. Minute 4. This doesn't really give you enough time to pass. Joseph is around. Oh, right off the curb. And right in front of a Ferrari. I think that's Zig. It is. ahead of JB Smooth, who won the Tier 3 race, and Zig got on pole in the Tier 3 race. They both did really good. Giants fan already out. Joseph was a time.
Both the Tier 3 drivers are at the back.
I mean, their head of Joseph was fun, but yeah, I feel like they can improve. JB Smooth, I think, is on the mediums, so he can definitely improve and get ahead of Ricochet, but Ricochet, not one of the best sessions for him. Oh yeah, he's on hards. No, in the GSR JSC event, back at with GXR, Ricochet was one of the guys who going on to different compounds than others, so I'm really curious to see who's going to start on different compounds here. I think it's Ripley, Pravi, Ricochet, and JB Smooth in different compounds right now. I think they're really betting on a one-stop, which is possible, but with these safety cars, I think there might be a two-stop. And we've seen just before in Britain, Dex fan, safety car. It could easily come out and something crazy could happen. We saw Britain, there was a late safety car with 10 to go, and there was at Canada a safety car with, I want to say, 12 to go, around there. Maybe a little bit less than that. But do you think these guys have to bet on a late safety car at this point with the way it goes?
I mean, I honestly, I really don't know. We just gotta see how it goes, to be honest. But yeah, some guys will have to bet on it. So yeah.
Yeah, we've seen before in GSR, especially in Tier 2, how it's been late safety cars, like with less than 5 to go, with these past with two of the past 3 races. So, if the safety cars do come out, what are you gonna do? You gonna go to the softs? Do you have Sunny softs left? You gonna go to mediums? Because I mean, a lot can change. Do you pit? Do you stay out? How is it gonna go? Because you gotta really think at a track like Austria, track position.
It's kind of like, yeah, Austria track position matters, but it's kind of like how Ricardo did in China in real life. He pitted under safety car and he got the fresh, I think, softs, I think it was, yeah, and he just got the win after that. And China ain't really an overtaking track, but I don't know. We'll see, because it seems like in a lot of leagues there's always that one late safety car at the end of the race. So we'll see here.
Yeah, like you were saying with Ricardo, you know, I really find it interesting because like in bigger leagues than GSR, and I think I was Raves up to 8th, or who is it? Ricochet up to 11th. I apologize. Yeah. The thing is with bigger leagues and stuff like that. I really think Ricochet was tired. I really think with bigger leagues like that, like I said, DRS trains before. This is a track where it's DRS train that you should be in. That's the way it was with Britain and F1 driver and Axe and Houndoom and Raves for a little while, but that broke up. If you get a late safety car, DRS train is going to matter, and that's where you're going to need to get a win or do whatever you need to. Raves up to 5th. No, with those late safety cars, you have to bet on a lot. You can't just really
you gotta
expect everything you can.
Yeah, you can't really expect everything. You gotta do it. You gotta go.
Oh, Ripley up to 4th. And where does Bama go as he does reach the line? Houndoom to P2 ahead of Axe. Bama invalidated. Bama invalidated.
Irons on his lap. I can't tell.
Oh, there's a collision. It's Raves and Pravi again. Raves and Pravi collided for... Ooh, that was his AI car. Yeah, if I'm correct, Pravi had a quali ban. I don't know if he should have served that. I think that's what he had. It is the Red Bull to the line. It's not enough. V2 and Axe are coming to the line now. Axe, just barely up in his time. Does he keep it going? I don't think it's enough, but it's just second. V2, can he get in the 103s? No, just not enough for 103, but I think he's got pole, and he does.
I don't know. Okay, Striker's going to...
2 tenths between pole position between Axe and V2. No, 10 viewers. Holy cow. Wait, yeah, I think Pravi did have a quali ban. That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, I think he did. Let me actually check Storting that we put in admin chat.
What are they gonna do if he didn't serve his quali ban?
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. Braves and Pravi had 5 seconds, I think. Yeah, Pravi had 5 seconds. Never mind, it wasn't a quali ban. That's what. Because I was thinking of the G-Man and Pravi incident with Pravi Magic and him. I thought it was a quality ban, but it was a race ban for G-Man. So I was just worried about something I should have been. All right, so let's go over the lineup, and I want to mention this track. I think just like Britain, it's a DRS track, and I think with this race, it could be really key if you're in DRS, and if you're not, well, that may change. V2, Axe, Houndoom, Bama, Ripley, the top 5. Raves, Giants fan, JRT Norris, and Scotty Jets, and Xplio round out the top 10. Then you have Pravi Squid, Ricochet, Jones fan, and Striker. And then you have Zig, JB Smooth, Joseph, and Vivid.
Vivid's going to have to pull now, Ricardo.
Or just another charge to the field like Lewis Hamilton did from P20 before. Or even just 22nd when Jenson Button got back there. But I don't know if there's rain.
I mean, he is in the Renault, so you never know.
You do never know how it could go. A lot of things can happen. I don't think it's gonna rain with the way these, way this stuff looks right now.
Most likely not.
I don't think so, unless it's at the very end of the race. You never know how these conditions could change. It changes so much in so little time. I don't really know what you really expect at this point. 10 viewers at one point in the stream. For me, just going to Twitch, that's not bad, actually, for this. So, just waiting on people to ready up, waiting on everything to happen. No, like I said, this track, France, Britain, and Belgium is another good version of it. All DRS trained tracks, where DRS being in DRS matters. It's very effective at this type of track. So you want to be in DRS here. You cannot try to go out of DRS, because if you do, it really won't do anything necessarily. Like, if you're outside of DRS, you won't be able to gain much. This is a DRS train track, so we're going to go over our ones to watch. I'm going to do 2. I don't want to curse this guy this week again, but GSR Axe, hopefully luck can be on his side. This is a track where he probably could have won an Outback. He probably could have had a chance in ARL to do better. If I'm correct, yeah, he could have done better in ARL here for sure. And I'm trying to think with Axe. In the event, he was the highest GSR driver. He was ahead of people like Adam Outlaw and some other people here with Ricochet. So Axe, I'm really thinking with him, if he has luck on his side, if he can just get it with V2, get around him, I think he's fine. And if he stays within DRS the whole race, he's going to do just fine. And V2 Combat, my other favorite. You know, V2 Combat hasn't had the luck in these GSR races. He spun out last week from the race lead, I think it was. That's not the first time that's happened. Bless you. So V2, his luck can easily turn around. But my question is this the right time for him to turn around? He needs to get back in that championship battle, as bless you. Because that's the thing he needs to do in order to win this race. If he wins this race, he's back in the championship battle. Who do you say are your 2 other favorites, Bones? Sorry, Dex.
Oh, God. Okay, what I think it's gonna be, I think Axe is gonna get redemption, and I think he's gonna get a podium today, but he's either gonna be winner or second, in my opinion. And the second guy to watch out for is Alabama Outlaw. I don't know, I just have a feeling that he can get this race win today.
Remember, Houndoom was the guy who repeated for the first the first repeat winner for GSR. Yep, and was the first repeat winner of GSR of season 3.
Let's see if he can
so far we've had
him over.
Yeah, so far in all the tiers, Houndoom's been the only repeat winner out of the tiers. So I'm really wondering what Houndoom can do today. Yeah, we have had so far Houndoom, Bama, V2 win in Russia, Houndoom again in Hungary, and then Axe and Blaze Exposure. Axe and V2 2 wins with those guys from the last few weeks here back at Germany and Russia. What are they going to do today? Can they capitalize, and can they keep the front row? And can they get 1-2? There are 5 lights now, and the lights are going to go out. I think Axe got a better start. Axe is side by side, and this is for the race lead. Houndoom, Bama, trading positions there. Axe stays ahead of V2. Houndoom within slipstream. Let's look at this. Houndoom trying to go side by side with V2. There's no crashing in the back just yet. 3 wide now, breaking into the hairpin. Houndoom has spun Axe.
V2 gets taken out. So is Axe. Oh my
Axe
gosh.
already taken out. Will there be a VSC from that, or will there be a safety car? Axe
Vivid,
already crashed. Let's look
16th.
at Vivid. Vivid, 16th right now. He's gained up few positions. Now, let's look through the midfield. There's Scotty on the gravel. Houndoom, something's happened to him. He's in the grass. And now Bama and Ripley are 1-2. Oh, there's more contact. Houndoom's going to go around with Ricochet. Look at these two. Already around from 4 contenders in the race, having damage of some sort.
JB Smooth up the
No
10th.
VSC,
He got a good start.
no safety car yet. Nothing yet.
Big start. Scotty Jets is around again. So is Axe. What's going on with these guys?
Axe has to bet on the safety car,
And
man.
Norris,
I'm telling you,
Norris is around. Wait. Norris went to the pits, I think. Wait, hold up. I don't even know what's going on at this point. Yeah, he did go to the pits.
Well, Vivid's up to 10th,
Lord.
so he's gained position. So is JB Smooth.
Oh my lord. Poor Scotty. JB Smooth. And Ricochet already has a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, V2
Jesus,
Ripley. Around the outside goes V2. He's trying to keep ahead of Ripley because he passed him right there. And no DRS just yet. They're side by side. Straight line speed, ERS. That's all going to matter. Bama trying to get under this fight. And here goes Ripley staying behind.
Raves behind them too.
That was Raves. I apologize. I said Bama. I apologize for that. There was Bama out in the lead, actually. So just correction there. Yeah, he's got a comfortable lead right now, 2.6
Magic
seconds.
behind
He could
Squid.
easily go
He's
turn
gonna
around.
look on the outside, but not gonna go there. And Jones fan.
Well, Vivid already up to 10th, like I said, but he's trying to pass JB Smooth. Bama fastest lap already, leading the second lap. Look at Vivid and JB Smooth because this is gonna get closer between them.
Squid's
How
gonna
is this
let
gonna
Magic
go?
by.
P9 Vivid gonna get by, yes. And he is not clear yet, but he is going into turn 1 ahead.
JB Smooth's gonna buy back at him. He goes wide. Not really. No, he doesn't have to move.
I think Squid is DRS and
And
Prog.
here
Let's go
comes
for
Zig.
P5.
Zig and JB Smooth side by side for 10th.
Zig into the top 10 now. Yeah, let's look at. I was gonna say let's look at Pravi, Magic, and Squid Jr. here. These two were pretty close, and it was DRS for both of them.
Looked like
Well,
Squid
V2's
just
in a
let
world of his own now.
Pravi by.
Yeah,
the
V2's in a
main
world.
straight.
Yeah, he might have. But it looks like V2's in a world of his own because now he's far ahead of Ripley, and he's not got Ripley in DRS, which is a good thing for him because he wants it to stay that way. But V2, he didn't have damage, but he definitely got hit, and that definitely, I'm sure, it ruined his confidence that he had. But nobody out of the race so far, and it's very clean so far from
Ray's got a
everyone
3-second time
not being in the
penalty.
race.
He got it at the second last corner.
Questionable move from Houndoom, a lot of people say, for sure. I don't know. I know he didn't mean it. I know Houndoom wouldn't wreck anyone intentionally or try to do that, but definitely a
Here
questionable move.
comes
with JB
Raves.
Smooth
He
and
has the run
Ricochet.
on Ripley. Is he gonna go for it? He's gonna wait.
Raves and Ripley also collided in Canada. Now they're going to collide again.
Contact! Ripley opens around. He saves it. Raves just ran in the
Contact
back.
in Canada,
took
more
that.
contact between them. That's really questionable.
Oh, Ripley's gonna
Yeah,
go
oh,
for
yeah.
it again. He's gonna break harder. Jeez, I lost my train of thought.
Trust me, I always do.
Yeah,
Now Ripley in the
like,
back of
it's-
Raves again.
I was gonna say something.
Let's look at this. Ooh.
Battling Pravi's back is up there. This is a battle for third. 3-way battle. 2
Five-car
alphas
train.
and 1 Haas. If there
Technically,
is
5-car
five-
train, but Squid is getting
Yeah.
at us. Oh, Pravi
There
and
goes Pravi.
Ripley. Now Ripley's
Now he's
gonna
gonna
get the
have to
DRS.
get
Pravi is too. Raves, I don't think he does because he definitely is 5 seconds behind V2.
He has to win
Oh,
damage. I don't
side
know how
by
bad
side
it
into
is.
turn 1. Look at this. Pravi and Ripley clear. And now Squid has slipstream on Ripley. Pravi gaining on Squid, or not Squid, Raves. Yellow flag back
Squid
there.
ain't gonna go for
McLaren.
it.
No, it's Houndoom.
Strike
Houndoom
out
on
all
order.
over his gearbox. I think Raves is just gonna pull away. It's looking like it.
Yeah, Pravi already has his fuel already low, and JRT Norris, fastest lap for him. Yeah, this is a good DRS train. If these guys could work together and not have to hold each other up, I always say that in streams. Oh yeah, work together, work together, work together. But
Rob,
you're technically already working together. You're already working together in a DRS train. Look at this.
Oh, he's going. Reeves!
Oh, Reeves around!
He's out of the race.
And that's a safety car.
Wow.
And Reeves and Prix, that's not the... Let's remember, that's not the first time they've collided. Let's keep that in mind. They collided back in qualifying in Britain and more of the races. I don't want to say that's intentional, but I don't want to say that's not. This helps Vivid and Axe, though. I will say that.
Yeah, it does. It sure does. Jeez.
Commentators curse. He got a penalty in the pit lane, which will probably be removed. That was unreasonable. I would assume that would be. Well, I know Raves won't be happy with that.
Jeez. Yeah.
Axe is typing in the chat. I know he is. So, yeah, he said, "Yep, he didn't have 3 seconds removed." I saw that. So that was pretty unfair. Yeah, this really makes him think. Hey, you know, is it time to pit for hards and try to go softs at the end if there's any safety car? How's this gonna go? Because if you pit hards now, I think you can go the full distance. I think. And obviously, when you go to hards. When you go to the hards, like this track is soft to mediums or soft to hards, you really got to debate on as a V2 is pitting. Yeah, you really got to debate on it. Soft to hards works out.
Robbie pitting. Ooh!
You go soft
the two
mediums
outfits
faster.
are pitting right next to each other. It's gonna help hold up Ripley.
So is both Torosos.
I don't even know what these guys are thinking. Can't really.
Well,
are they in a party?
A few of them time.
Communication
I wouldn't
or
think
something
so.
like that. And he's stuck behind the Torosso. Yeah, that's a lot of time lost with Torossos and Alphas.
Axe, I would assume, tries to stay out here to pick up any positions from any 2 guys who pit in front of him. I don't see anyone pit in front of him. So I don't think Axe is going to gain positions here. He's just going to stay where he is. But he has to charge his way through the field just like Canada.
So Prix goes to the mediums and Ripley goes to the softs.
Well, look at the 3 who stayed out. Bama, Vivid, Ricochet. Different strategies by these guys. Mediums already. And Vivid.
All sorts of different strategies. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, this is going to get interesting. Obviously, the safety car did get interesting in the wet race. Or Tier 3, I apologize. Either way, Ricochet, Vivid, Bama, all yet to pit. I would assume someone with them guys. Yeah, Joseph, who's yet to pit also, is coming in now. So I knew one of those guys would come in. They realized it was the right strategy to come in. XP low with a penalty. Either way, Bama, Vivid, Ricochet, the top 3. Currently on podium. And V2, out of the guys who pitted, is the first one who pitted. He's trying to go mediums. I'm thinking with V2 here, he's trying for a 2-stop at this point. He's going to pit softs at the end of the race, and he's going to expect maybe a safety car late in the race. That's what I'm assuming V2 is assuming. And that might be the thing that he does. Axe does get up to P14 here. I mentioned some that I did before in Canada. I did a race progress thing with Axe, which a lot of people liked. This was from the commentary. A race progression. Where he had... Oh, yeah, he did. Something must have happened. Where he did a race progression type of thing. And I did a race progression for him. Of where... What was his race like? Because he got spun out before. He got spun out when he DNF'd. He got damaged before in the back of Ricochet. He had a tough race, but he came back and was going to win that race. And the way I look at it is that I have it right up in front of me now. Right. Does safety car come in? And it does.
Yes, it does.
Axe started P3. There was many times where he had damage or had issues, and from that safety car at lap 25, he'd gone from P... It was originally P13, but he got kind of let by into the safety car. Got to P10, restarted there, and got up to P3 within a matter of 4 laps. How is Axe going to treat this now? He's P... How much is he going to gain and take advantage of?
There's all sorts of time penalties. They got one for hitting Squid, and Exfoli got one for hitting Zig too.
Here goes Bama back to the green flag. Vivid, I'm thinking, is trying to meet him, heading on a late safety car for sure.
Mercedes
as that is XP
side by side.
B2 does go a bit wide. Ricochet back at him. Look at this. P3 right at its best between the Mercedes drivers going wheel to wheel. V2 and Ricochet making contact. Back at it. Ricochet switchback.
Great race
between
the two Mercs.
It just wasn't enough for him to get that overtake done. JB Smooth, Zig Starburst, and Ripley all going wheel to wheel here. P9 on back. Oh, Red Bull down the inside. There's Norris on Houndoom, and Axe up to P13. P15 to P13 already on the restart. A lot of change of events. Houndoom right behind him. Houndoom, I know he's waiting for something to happen because he's got Zig, JB Smooth, 2 Tier 3 drivers right in front of him. And also in front of them, you have 2 Tier 2 drivers of Jones Fan and Provi Magic. Now, what's this going to be like for the guys who didn't pit yet? Ricochet, Vivid, and Bama. How's that going to go out?
JB and Axe is right behind him.
Oh, JB picked up a penalty. I watched that right there.
Axe has slipstream.
Axe to the right side now.
He gets it. There goes Houndoom down. JB's inside. Doesn't get it though. JB's on Axe's outside. Some good racing going on here.
I think DRS will be enabled next lap. Houndoom down the inside and Axe again. Side by side. Look at this from JB Smooth. Side by side here.
Battle.
All within 6/10, which is amazing.
Some great racing going on here at Austria. V2 picks up a penalty.
Oh, the Ricochet is out. There must have been some sort of contact because I don't think that's where he would usually crash unless he overcorrected and spun.
Was that V2 and Ricochet? Did you see it?
No, I did not get to see it. I'm just gonna assume right there because of how that corner could be. You know how if you clip that right side inside curb or even the left side curb, you might be able to get sideways loose, and then you might be able to overcorrect it to try to save it. But that time, I think that might have been what happened. Ricochet top 5 in points and is already out.
And he's left.
He's raged. We know that quote well. But back to the safety car restart. I think Vivid's gonna try what he does here usually with the safety car. Try to get the launch he can to Bama. Get close enough to him once the safety car or the VSC is coming in.
Vivid's closing in the gap with him, and they were a second apart.
VSC should be ending soon. I think DRS is enabled. Zig Starburst 3-second time penalty. Back to the green flag now.
Vivid gained a lot of time during that VSC. He's gonna get DRS. Ooh, he's sideways.
Vivid actually saved more of his DRS than Bama did, and that's the thing with him. That's what changed a lot. Here goes Vivid trying to look. Not enough. Ripley and Jones Fan side by side here for P7. Ripley gets ahead. Jones Fan still behind. Now for race lead, Vivid on Bama.
Is he gonna get it done?
Side by side, just like Verstappen and Leclerc. Little bit of a push, but no contact.
He gets a penalty for that. 3-car battle.
The first time Bama's got a penalty like that, because Bama got a penalty actually from Germany in the JSE or not JSE, GSR event. Excuse me. All within 4/10 for that race lead. Look at this. Incredible. Yellow flag somewhere. That's Houndoom. Oh boy. Oh, Bama may have lost the rear. Look at this. V2 is going to try to overtake him. And now he's going to go down the inside here. At the second last corner, Bama backs out because he... Oh, he's pitting. I thought he would have just... Does he have damage? I don't know. We'll see when he pits if he repairs a wing. But he wouldn't be pitting randomly. Well, actually, this is the pit window, I should say. So, yeah, you would be expecting Bama to come in. So, Vivid definitely going to go much longer. Is it mediums? Is it hards? It's mediums. Oh, Pravi. Oh, missing the brakes almost. Almost running the back of him. Keeps it clean. V2 gaining on Vivid. Not enough. At the back is GSR spun around again.
He's out. Not a good day for the championship contenders. Jeez.
Hound leading though. That's what's gonna. That's what. And Bama definitely back here because of pit stops. He's not back here because of anything like with issues.
Fine,
it's
like,
just that. Yeah. No, I know. And I mean, people might wonder if they forgot or didn't tune in that, that's why he's back there. Definitely, if you're rewatching the stream, you might know that he's back there because of that. But some people don't always tune in at the right moment to find out. Pravi tried side, but just couldn't get there. And he tried and tried, but it just didn't work. Now DRS for V2 on Vivid. I think Vivid gets a penalty. I think V2 has one. I'm gonna check that actually quickly. Yeah, V2 has a penalty. He got a warning that lap too. He got a warning that lap, so that's gonna be effective.
Here comes Pravi on striker. He's going to the outside. Squeezes him out.
Oh, switch! Oh, he's gonna get hit by his teammate.
Scotty gets a 3-second time penalty.
How Zig right now for
Zig star.
Oh!
They made contact together, both wide.
Hound really not having the cleanest of races.
3
Just reminds me
cars
of myself
wide.
at Abu Dhabi. Oh, the brake test from Scotty, and the wall with Zig, and back
Scotty
at it again.
Zig.
That's Axe getting by.
Oh, he just got hit
Scotty
him.
and Zig at it again, and it
Axe
takes out
gets
Axe.
the ball. Oh my gosh.
It takes out Axe in a
That's gonna be
safety
a
car.
penalty. That has to be a penalty. Zig! Oh my, what even happened? How did this wing get cut off? Did he like...
Well, Scotty even made contact, and I'm thinking right now from that, Zig kind of just cut him off, or had contact with him, and it's Scotty. He had some sort of issue, because Scotty kept brake testing him. I don't know why, but...
They made contact up the hill, and then Scotty brake tested him, and then, wow. I thought Axe was gonna
that's
miss
what
that.
I'm assuming. I thought he was too. He looked... I said he drove through that, and he didn't. Oh my, and that's more problems for Axe. That's the 3rd time Axe has had issues. If he, locking up and almost hitting Scotty. Oh, I saw that right there.
And does this help
my
Vivid?
goodness.
It really does.
No.
Well,
Not
no,
really,
not Vivid. No, it
because-
really doesn't. I didn't mean to say it does. It doesn't.
Who it does help for sure is people like Alden Outlaw and probably Magic for sure.
Yeah, with the
Those
French
guys.
tires.
Now I've got to say,
Maybe
with Zig and
he was like 18. The race
yeah, let me check where he started actually. Yeah, he started. Wow. Yeah, Vivid started dead last, and right now he's leading. Let's keep that in mind actually. Maybe because of pit stops, but still, I mean, impressive. No, with Scotty and Zig, I saw. I mean, that's another one of the NASCAR guys back at it again. I guess that's the way I look at it. And, I mean, I'm just saying that because it's been the guys who came over from the NASCAR group with Dijon's whole group that he's got, and it's not like anything hate, but it's just being honest. He had a group of people and Axe brought him over last season, around the middle of the season, and they looked clean to the end of the season. They looked fine, and they raced very good. They did very good, but now these past few races, it's not been the cleanest with all of them. I would say it's not really been the most fun with them to race against, and I know Zig. Yeah, Zig and Scotty made contact down the straight, and then Scotty, I guess, brake tested him, and it wrecked both of them, and it collected GSRX. And I'm telling you right now, GSRX has got to be freaking pissed with... Okay, we're just bleep. He's got to be bleeping pissed with Zig and Scotty. Oh, what? You're lucky I saved that, because that would have been a bad moment. Oh, that was hilarious.
That would have been a little broad moment if you wanted me.
I already know I'm getting memed. I don't care. I'm getting memed. Simple as that. I know someone's gonna be out there and meme it. I've already got memed enough this week, so fuck. F it. Go ahead. I almost said it again.
Vivid wants to race with the safety car. It looks like there.
Hey, if you can't entertain us outside the safety car, entertain us under the safety car.
Yeah, he's side by side with the safety car.
It's probably like, come on, speed up, speed up. Safety car is in this lap though. Almost halfway through the race. Vivid, you know what? He was kind of taken out due to the issues in ARL with Tornado. He had pace for podium. I would guarantee that. He really did. He was on for podium, but now this time, is he even on for a win? When does he pit? I think his pit stop window would be around lap 20 at earliest. But he's got to be betting on another safety car. He's going to back the pack up here, and he's going to about go now. Doesn't catch V2 off a guard as much as it would with guys in Canada with the way that went. But here we go back to the green. Oh, Axe has spun again! Are you serious? What's happened?
Bad luck, dude.
This is the third race running. He was one of my ones to watch. Oh my god. Bama by Squid. They're side by side. And now, defending in the back. Striker, Ripley, and JRT Norris.
Oh, he's going to go down the inside of Prix. Gets it. Oh, there's a huge train of cars there.
V2 past Vivid for the lead. That changed things.
Incredible racing.
Striker, oh, the two teammates Squid and JRT Norris almost got in the back of each other. Now side by side with Jones, Fan, and making contact.
He pushes out too wide and he's gonna spin. He doesn't take anybody out, luckily.
NASCAR back at it again.
Jones Fan, man.
It's really tough. I mean, just slight contact with Jones Fan.
It looks like Ripley
and that set them wide
because he just went slow a little bit. I think Striker helped him go wide.
JRT Norris penalty again. But no, I mean, that's the thing. Like, Jones Fan and him made contact. I don't know if it was really Jones Fan just being upset about it, or it was just just him making a mistake that he had. I don't know. I don't really want to get the blame at anyone. That's huge for the running order, but I don't really want to get the blame at, you know, Jones Fan. But right there, he forced him wide. I mean, he put him toward the grass. I don't see any reason not to blame him.
As Vivid only has one time penalty with one warning, and Combat has two, and I think he has one.
Oh, Squid and Norris changing possessions.
Ripley
here.
almost hit Striker in the rear there. Oh, but...
Well, you got the DRS train for P2 on back with Vivid. You got those guys all within a second. So that's going to matter by the end of the race. Vivid's probably going to pit lap 20 at earliest. He's definitely wanting to go long in these mediums. I don't think they're too worn, but I definitely think they're the most worn of the field compared to V2 and Bobby Magic. As we say that, V2 sets fastest lap.
I mean, it's looking like he still has pretty good pace with those old tires, as Giants fan on the side.
You were just about to steal the words I was about to, because Ripley is going to go on him again. Not enough, because they both have DRS, and it's just not enough slipstream.
They're both going to have DRS down the straight now.
Oh, Bama and Vivid, this P2.
Fake wheels a little bit.
Look at Bama and Vivid for P2 right now. Bama does get by.
And then there's Norris and Pravi. Norris goes a little wide.
Nice. Switching back at it. Pravi in the back of him.
Contact! Axe passes JV. Frustrating race for him. I feel bad for the man.
By Joseph. Houndham was taken out many times. Oh, Joseph locking up the brakes. And there's a spinner somewhere. It might have been X below.
I think it was. Striker
had to be the one
with the
big
time
star.
penalty. As Giants fan is going to have another run at Striker. Down in turn one. He's gaming. He's going down the inside. Battle for 7th. He's going to get it and he goes wide. Striker's going back at it.
Oh.
Good little battle going on.
We have a yellow flag somewhere. I don't know where that is. I think that's Joseph. But right now, P7 moving under the braking just slightly as Giants fan. Back at it, though. With Striker. He's trying everything he can. Striker's going to have DRS here, but Giants fan doesn't. Watch this into turn 4 now. Here comes Striker back at it. Down the inside.
That's a smart move. Just not go for it, because that probably would have resulted in a spin.
JRT Norris past Vivid there. Probably Magic is the next one to try Vivid.
Yeah, I think Vivid needs to get in the pit soon. Sooner or later.
Vivid,
sooner than later.
Lap 20 is going to be the earliest. Yeah, lap 20 is going to be the earliest, but with these safety cars, I really want to say lap 22 at the earliest with these safety cars.
He's
but you
not
definitely don't want to
down this
go and
time.
make those softs much. Yeah, no, I think it's a little bit too early with the safety cars we've had. You know, he's been able to save tires. JRT Norris fastest lap. You know, those softs actually last, when you do qualifying, those softs lasted 13, 14 laps, I want to say. But with this race, it may last 15 laps with the way the safety car is going. And Vivid doesn't need to bet on the safety car. Vivid does need to bet on the safety car at this point. He has an axe penalty.
Oh,
contact! And Norris gonna try it back yet again, Bama. Late braking for the Red Bull driver.
And then
Vivid's trying everything he can to get out of this. He's trying to get all he can about this, but Bama really has to try everything he can on JRT Norris. If he goes down the inside again, he can try it, but he's got to do it in a safe place. Right there, not the best place.
Barely made contact.
All left side.
To the outside.
Remember, these guys have newer tires compared to V2. How much longer is Vivid going to stay out? I want to say lap 23, lap 24. He's definitely going to pit. I want to say those are the 2 laps, I'd say, that would be key to do so. You know, with him sitting in the back, yeah, I want to say, this is the thing with him. You know, he's really got to try everything he can to get out of these mediums. He's definitely not going to win the race off this, unless the safety car plays in his favor, but I don't see a safety car coming out at this point. I really don't. JB Smooth, penalty.
Norris says DRS. He's gaining on Bama. He's gonna look. It's not there.
P2 on back, really all close, all within a second here.
Axe gets a position on Scotty 10. Giants didn't get past
given up by any of these guys.
Yeah, this is great racing.
Well, oh, look at Norris sideways through the last corner, or the second to last corner. He made a great save there and kept it going.
Good play, because probably if he would have.
Oh, Striker!
Striker's around. Norris right behind Bama. He's gonna get DRS again. Probably too far back. Give me there, you died.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
Just trying to see what there. Oh, probably sideways. I'm just trying to see what there is because I'm trying to figure out if there's anything besides that. Scotty's still close to Axe. You have.
I think Vivid's going in this lap.
Squid much. Yeah. You see him using all of his zeros through here. Yep. I would think he would be.
And no, he's gonna stay out longer. I guess he's gonna try to take advantage of the softs. He's gonna go on after this stop.
Well, JRT Norris is on a run for a podium. Let's look at penalties actually, because Bama has 1 penalty. V2 has 2 penalties. He knows he needs not any other penalties. Vivid has 1 penalty. JRT Norris just has 2 penalties. Pravi, a 5-second, a penalty. Let me look at Axe and Scotty, actually. Axe, the 2 penalties he has, and Scotty, yeah, 2 penalties from them both. And JRT Norris down the inside for P2. Back at it again.
These two have been going at it basically for a long time this race. Bama on their end, but Norris is going to pull away a little bit.
Just trying everything he can to get to him. Again, I think Vivid might be pinning this lap. I think he must be. Yep, he is. He is.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what Vivid can do.
Yeah, there's 12 laps to go now, so how is this going to play in his favor? Locking up into the pits. Luckily, getting no speeding penalty. Well, Ripley by Squid. Ripley having a clean race so far. Vivid on the softs. So Vivid should come out 13th or 14th here, I want to say.
So
Yeah, Vivid is gonna come out 13th.
I think if he needs a safety car if he's gonna get podium there.
He has to, but these guys' tires all in front. There's only one driver that doesn't have 10 laps of tires, and that's JB Smooth. Vivid, we're gonna see one of the chargers to the field here that we've ever seen in GSR.
Down the inside of
if he goes for 13. XP low by Joseph there, but 12th, back at it. No, I was just gonna focus on Squid and Ripley, but that's far gone now. And we'll definitely have to see what penalties do because of V2. He has 2 penalties and 1 penalty from Bama. Well, he's getting on JB Smooth now. P11 now.
Get us there, please. Perfect. It sneezed there, PM.
Oh, bless me.
Down the outside.
JB Smooth.
JB's going to the pits. I don't know why he would, but...
Axe by Squid. No, I don't think this will be a track where someone's going to easily recover the top 3 or podium.
It looks like Axe could get P5 here, possibly. I mean, if I was Axe, I would be happy after how much he's been screwed over today to at least get P5. That'd be a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 times. This is incredible how this has gone.
I mean,
if he gets to a podium, he deserves driver of the day. I want there to be another safety car.
He might still, you know...
Oh, there they go! Contact and around in front of the field.
My. I think that one was Ripley's fault. Axe was there.
I think that was Axe's fault in my opinion. I really do. Oh, V2 pits. V2's going soft to the end. This is what I knew he was gonna do. Where's he gonna come out compared to Vivid? Has Vivid done a good undercut? Remember, Vivid was 5 seconds back. Let's look at where they come out. Axe. I gotta say that's his fault for sure. That's his fault. He was. Ripley was kind of coming up slightly, but Axe hung on his left rear. That's Axe's fault in my opinion. I hate to say it.
Vivid.
Good Vivid.
I don't think he's gonna get it. It's gonna be close.
He's definitely gonna get closer. Houndoom out.
No, he ain't.
And Vivid by Jones fan. Yeah, how close is it gonna be between these guys? Because look at this. This is gonna be an undercut. Look at this. There's 2 seconds between them. JRT Norris passed for the lead right now.
It's a VST. Something happened.
Vivid's definitely going to try to gain as much time as he can under here. I know how Vivid works with VSCs. He gains a lot of time under VSCs. I'm really wondering here with Vivid, is this what he's going to do? Is he going to be able to gain on Axe? Is he going to set himself up for an overtake? Axe and Vivid have been screwed out so much. Not Vivid, but Axe and Vivid are close friends, and I know Axe has been screwed out so much. I'm going to bet they're in a party. I'm really going to bet on it because... I'm not going to bet any money, but I'm just saying because those guys always work together and those guys always find a way to prevail out of this. V2 and Ripley, trying to... Oh, Axe, drive-through penalty! Drive-through penalty for Axe! This is the 6th time he's been screwed over!
Poor guy. We cursed him. We were like saying how if he gets P5 out of this, I'd be happy, and then he gets spun, and then he gets his penalty.
You know what?
Jeez.
I really think if he just gets points out of this is the good thing. That's the only good thing. If he gets points out of this is good. But you know what? I think these guys at the front might have to pit again. I really think they might. With JRT Norris and Bam on them, I don't think so. But V2 and Vivid, they better come back to the field. Axe is out. Yeah, he is frustrated. He's fuming. I can guarantee that. Ripley and Vivid side by side. P8. Yeah. Look at the undercut that made with Vivid and V2. That was like 5 seconds. Now it's 2 seconds between them.
I think Vivid might be, in my opinion, he is my driver of the day. He started P19 and he's been running pretty good all race. Yeah, he's my driver of the day for me. I mean, he's in a great position. Him in combat. If he gets past V2, he's in a really good position of winning this.
On Squid. Sorry to cut. It was getting close between those two. I thought an overtake would happen, but look at how much Vivid's catching because he's getting held up by Squid. Look at this for P6 now.
Squid is doing him a
within
favor.
GS almost. Is this Vivid's miracle from GSR? And is this starting to rain? I see some raindrops. I could have sworn I saw a raindrop or two. I could have sworn I did. But look at Vivid here on Squid now. It's going to be DRS for Vivid very soon. Look at it, it's getting cloudier. Oh my god, if it does.
Oh my gosh.
Vivid. Whoa. Well, it's definitely getting cloudier. I could have sworn I saw some raindrops for a minute. I could have sworn I did. And imagine if it starts raining. Well, V2 and Vivid are getting closer to Scotty here. Scotty had the incident with Zig, so how is he going to play with these guys? How is this going to play out? That's what I'm wondering.
Vivid's
V2's gaining on him.
catching.
Vivid's going to have DRS. So that's Vivid's most positive thing. That Squid held him up. Vivid's going to have some DRS here, and this sometime
He
will.
has
This is going to help him.
That.
Oh, side by side here. Scotty lets him by.
I think Scotty should let Vivid by. He
Vivid.
needs to move.
I think Scotty's going to
He
do
gets
so
out
now.
of the
Scotty
way.
defending the left side. Yeah, I think he does. Yep, very fair move by Scotty. Fair move.
Good move too. Not wanting to get
Well,
down the
look
way.
at the race lead right now. Look at this, side by side. They're really costing each other time. If they want to stay out the rest of the race, they need to battle for this. They need to not battle for this win. You know, look at this. The softs are so much faster. 10 seconds that gap is. If they can gain 10 seconds in 6 laps, I really don't know. But with them battling here, it's not going to help whatsoever. JRT Norris back to the race lead. And penalties. How's that going to matter? This might be the race win. Penalties. You got to really think about this.
I'm gonna check penalties real quick. So
I could
Norris,
swear I'm
1,
seeing some
2.
raindrops on the racetrack. It's getting very cloudy. I could swear I've been seeing some raindrops. I really feel like I have been seeing. And if it is any, it's very few. But Joseph, time penalty for him.
So
And
Norris
DRS on
has
JRT Norris.
Norris has 2 penalties and Bama has 1 warning. Combat gets
V2 got
time
another penalty. Oh my God. Yeah, no, Bama has a penalty actually. Bama, if he gets another warning, he gets another penalty, which is 2.
Yeah.
Giants fan though, 2 penalties. Pravi,
Oh, Vivid gets loose.
few penalties. Yeah, V2 did get the other penalty there. I'm really wondering how's this gonna play out with V2 and Vivid, because V2 has 9 seconds though. But how's this gonna work out if they catch him? Bama gaining on JRT Norris now. Do we see rain at the end of this Austrian Grand Prix? How's this gonna go?
All Bama needs to do is just stay within 3 seconds and don't get a penalty. Or warning. Another warning. So he has this wrapped up if he just doesn't get another one. Well, I'm not sure wrapped up, but the odds are in his
There's a
favor.
chance to.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. They're gaining so much in these laps. 7.4 seconds right now between V2 and the race lead. Vivid's got to stay within ERS this time. He wants a chance at V2. V2 doesn't have much ERS to play with here. Vivid's got to do everything he can. You know, oh my God, this is really tough between these two.
It is.
V2's got to do what he has to. You know, if I was being biased the whole time, I'd just say Vivid's going to win this. It's going to be between Vivid and V2. You know, it's really going to be between them. Oh, Vivid penalty!
Vivid got a time penalty. I think that's 6 seconds up.
Yeah, it is. I think that's Bama could get another warning with the way it goes. Giants fan is okay on penalties, I think. So they've really got to push and get by Pravi. 5 to go. It's getting really cloudy. Squid in the back of Ripley. Oh man, this end of the Austrian Grand Prix is going to be a good one. Is JRT Norris going to get the win on track? Is Bama even going to get the win? How's this going to play out? JB smooth penalty. Oh, V2 to the outside. Look at that one, Pravi. Forces him off the racetrack. Here comes Vivid now. V2 switching back. Vivid right on his tail. This is what's going to be for the race lead. If anything happens, and if they catch him, if it's enough time, this is what it's going to be. Oh, V2 chopped off his wing.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
He's
V2
going
in the
out
pit.
Oh my God.
Late decision. Everyone's doing Vivid a favor.
Oh,
Oh,
and he gets a 5-second
speeding.
time penalty.
Race lead, Bama and Norris going side by side.
Vivid
Vivid
needs
really
to
trying to get in Pravi.
push as hard as he can.
Pravi being very aggressive. Pravi, I think he lets him by here for P4. He does. And Vivid, clear track. He needs to gain
Yes,
now.
all the
JRT
clean
Norris
air.
has a lot of penalties. But I think Bama is going to get another one here pretty soon. If he gets another warning, he's got one. With Giants fan, he has 2 penalties. So I think they're all even on penalties if Bama gets another one. The top 3 all going to be even if it plays out in this way. And B2 spun again. Well, we might see a first-time winner if Bama doesn't win this race. If Bama doesn't win this race, we're going to see a first-time winner here in Austria. First-time winner, new winner of the season. I think we might see it. DRS for JRT Norris now. 3 laps to
Norris.
go.
Norris needs Bama to get another penalty. He needs him to get another penalty and then pass him.
Is it even enough time for Vivid because of what happened there? I don't even think it's enough time.
Yeah,
he
it's
stops
6
being so worn out now.
Yeah, it's not looking good for him. I mean, if he gets P3, that'd be a good result. P19 to P3. He's still a driver of the day if he finishes P4, in my opinion. But
I think if there's any driver of the day right now, if Vivid's not on the podium, I think that's my driver of the day is JRT Norris. He's really impressed. You know, he made the move from the esports teams from GSR to RPL now this week. He gone over there, and you know, obviously RPL's got a lot of fast drivers, but maybe questionable with how they are. From what I've been told and known, I'm really thinking here with JRT Norris, if he can pull this off, definitely driver of the day worthy. I didn't even see him coming this fast on pace to Bama. But he needs to force Bama into another mistake and get another penalty.
Yeah, he needs
That's what he needs.
He needs a pressure. Just apply the pressure.
Well, we won't see no safety car or VSC at the end of this race, so it's going to be clear to the end. And it does suck for some of these guys who probably should have done a lot better. And they probably would need a VSC or safety car at this point. But we're not going to see one. Here comes JRT Norris on Bama into the hairpin. I see bias to Axe there. Okay. Bias to Axe and Vivid. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I've been fair with how I've said it with Axe and Vivid. I've tried to focus on drivers at the same time. I feel like I have. But at the same time, I have been kind of biased to Axe sometimes in the commentary. I will say that. I'll be honest. I have been. Well, a difference of 1 penalty, just like last week. F1 driver and Houndoom. Now it's 2 different drivers. Just like that American versus Brit. Or no, American versus Sweden driver. So, really, European versus America once again at its best. Coming to the final lap now. A penalty is what's going to matter here for this race win. Bama needs another warning. Just like F1 driver last week, they need another warning to win this. They're both low on ERS. What do you think, next fan? Can he do this? Can he force him into a penalty?
I mean, if I was Norris, this might sound rude, but I'd honestly push Bama wide and pray that he gets a penalty, honestly. Bama goes wide! Ooh! Okay, I was about to say.
I was going to say that too. But here it comes, JRT Norris back at it again for the race win. Remember, Bama might appeal a penalty that he had earlier in the race. So side by side, down the inside, Norris for the race lead and for the race win. On track right now is... I don't think he's going to try to take him out, but here we go. Bama Norris making contact again, side by side. Through the 2 left-handers to the second left-hander. Oh, sideways for Bama Norris. Bama taking the race lead, or Bama being passed for the race lead.
Bama just needs to be... Just don't make a mistake.
Here goes into the corner.
Ooh, just don't make a mistake, Bama. And I think he has
Norris switched to RPL after being in GSR. He is going to take the win on track, but I think it's going to be Alabama Outlaw taking the race win again. Being the second repeat winner. Vivid just short of the podium, and I think my driver of the day has to go to JRT Norris. That was impressive.
Mine's for Vivid.
If he just didn't have the 1 penalty.
They both had a great drive.
Well, yellow flag somewhere. Scotty's spawn it somewhere, and V2's out. Well, not out, but spawn it.
Dang, V2. I think
race
he
win,
could have got close.
Ooh.
Yeah, he could have got close. He was like a second ahead of Vivid, so at the time, there was like 5 seconds to the leader. And it was
By the way,
6 to go, 7.
30 laps on the mediums for Pravi. Impressive. It's insane at a track like this. With 30 laps on the medium. But yeah, I don't know.
That's impressive. That's pretty.
Well, Joseph and JB Spoover coming to the line now. How is this going to change for penalties for them? V2 burning it down for wrecking. JB Smooth gets a penalty. Is that going to change positions? JB Smooth hits the wall, and is out. V2's retired. Well, I think we need to get our podium finishers in here. I mean, Bama this time gets to win, even off a penalty. Bama, even if JRT Norris tries to appeal a penalty, I think Bama might appeal one again.
Oh, I got veer back real quick.
He got forced off. Alrighty. Because, I mean, Bama did get forced off the track there. But what a tough race from Axe, and what a tough race from V2. Those guys, again. Bama's going to take over the championship lead, if I'm correct. But look at that. All penalties forever. Look at that. Well, V2 got an extra point anyway. He got the fastest lap, so... Oh, man. I'm really wondering what this championship's going to be like. Maybe a bit of questionable moves from a lot of drivers, from what I'm assuming. From what the Scotty and Zig, Jones Fan and Hound, questionable moves. Definitely up for debate. I'm not going to voice my opinion on that right now. I think that's left up to the stewards. Well, we're going to get some post-race interviews here with Bama, Norris, and Giants fan, all the podium finishers. Let's see if any of them do join. Well, JRT Norris, podium finisher, has joined. Let's see. Hello. Let's see if Bama and Giants fan join for any post-race interviews.
Oh, damn. Post-race interviews. I haven't done one of these in a while.
Well, we're going to see if Bama and Giants fan do join. Let me see. Giants fan did join. Bama, just waiting on him to join. Race winner for post-race interviews. Let's get him back in here.
God, that was intense.
Inviting Bama. Alrighty, so I'm going to start this as soon as Bama joins, because I believe Bama is going to be joining here in just about 2 seconds. Let me just see his message. Yep, here he is. So you guys, congratulations on the podium, by the way. Bama, I'm going to start with you. Congratulations on the win. I know you won off of penalties. Another win off of penalties again for the past 3 weeks. How'd you feel about that battle with Norris? You guys going back and forth. Yeah, we were more focused on V2 and Vivid a little bit.
Probably my favorite battle so far on this game. That was so much fun. We went back and forth probably 8-9 times. And did I just hear you weren't even watching it? Kidding me?
Well, I was, but when the V2 Vivid battle was going on, I know. When the V2 Vivid battle was going on, we kind of, yeah, no, I know. We were still focusing on both battles at the same time. We were trying to get it in, but we were mainly focused on V2 and Vivid because we did think they were going to catch up, but you know, it really was going to matter on DRS and what mattered between those two if they were going to play around with each other. So, Bama, your championship lead comes back to you after Britain. Redemption for Britain for sure. Would you say that?
Oh yes, totally. This makes it feel so much better about that whole situation that was last week. Not even being able to defend my championship lead, and this week I'm able to extend it by 25 points or get 25. I'm not sure where Houndoom was this race. He's the leader at the moment.
Oh, he DNF'd. He DNF'd. So did Axe.
Yeah, that was. It was a really beneficial week for me. And I'd also thank Raves for being there throughout the race with me after he retired early. He helped me with kind of be my engineer, and he pushed me through.
Yeah, you guys look strong for the Constructors battle. Let me actually check that right now. You guys gone back and forth between podiums, wins. Now, Raves yet to win in Tier 1. He's got wins in Tier 2 already. How do you guys feel about getting Raves a win this season? Do you think it's possible if Raves gets a win? Or how do you feel?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. Really, anything can happen in league racing, especially F1 leagues, you know, and it's what we saw today on lap 1, leader spun right there in turn 2, and, you know, as to say, all hell can break loose, you know, cars that you wouldn't expect to see in the top 3 can show up out of nowhere, and I'm sure Raves can have his day of luck here soon. And last week he got a podium. I'm sure he can grab the top spot very soon.
Yep. I've actually got to ask you, you're good friends with JB Smooth. I know you guys hang out in parties a ton. You won in the same race weekend as him. How much does that mean to you, actually? Because I know you two are very close, and you two are good friends. Winning in the same day, same race weekend as him, in the same league.
It feels really good. He's not the kind of guy that's going to be like, yo, congrats, or like something like that. He'll just tell me to shut up after I say it. But, you know, he's a really chill guy once you get to know him. He's one of my best friends. And, yeah, he feels really good about getting his first ever F1 win, period. So that was awesome for him.
Oh, yeah, congratulations on first, by the way, for both of you. How do you feel about next race, though, at Belgium? Because you did also get a podium there in ARL.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Just gotta maintain not crashing, of course, at Spa, because you don't know what the weather will be. Of course, it's on dynamic. You don't know if it's going to be wet or drive. But of course, there's a few spots at that track where you can take a spin and end your race pretty quickly. So that's one thing to look out for. And of course, you got to have pace. But yeah, I'm looking forward to have a good weekend there too.
Congratulations on the race win there. JRT Norris, you're up next. Make sure your audio is included.
Yeah.
This week you switched from GSR to RPL. That was probably a tough switch for you. I've really got to ask you, that battle for the race win, I'm sure you enjoyed it. Do you feel you can battle for the race win more often, and how did you, what did you think about the race?
I don't really think I can, to be honest. I got lucky with strategy. That's all I can really say. I mean, I think I can be up there, but definitely not a race win. I got lucky today. And having a battle with them, though, it was fun knowing that I can compete with the front runners.
Yeah, definitely, and I think with you, improving driver for sure, compared to when I raced you before back in F1 2018. Either way, how do you feel about your chances in Belgium, for a race win, or even for a podium?
I think I have a decent chance. I'm pretty good around that track. I haven't done it in a while, so I need to practice a lot, but I think my chances to be on the podium at least are quite high.
Congratulations on your second place finish here today in Austria. New York Giants fan, you're up next. Let me just go through a few things. You won Tier 2 at the start. You were placed in Tier 2. You had a great race there in France. Then you got moved up to Tier 1, got a podium in Russia. Now you're contending for these podiums. Do you think a race win is possible in the next few races? If your audio's clear, just make sure it is.
I think a race win is always possible as long as you're contending for the podiums, because you never know what might happen. But today was a good recovery race for sure. I was facing backwards with no wing on lap 1. So, but I stayed calm because I knew there would be a safety car. And from there on out, I played this pretty good. And yeah, it was a good race.
How do you feel about your chances in future races, and how do you feel about your chances just next race in Belgium?
I'm pretty confident. I like Belgium as a track. It's always been one of my favorites. So, I'm ready to go. Well,
you really were going for that podium there, and after V2 had his issues, you were running fourth. Well, not V2 had his issues. He pitted. You saw Vivid behind you. You saw V2 behind you. Do you think they were going to catch you if they worked together, had time? If there was a little more laps, do you think they would have caught you?
I'm not 100% sure. I didn't see what happened. But I knew they would get really close, but I also knew at the end their tires would eventually wear out and even out with mine. But yeah, I mean, I was definitely thinking about it. I also knew that someone told me that they had more penalties than me, so I wasn't actually that worried about it. But
that's correct.
But yeah, I mean, I'm always focused. I was more focused on the front. I was kind of hoping they would mess with each other a little bit, and I would get up there. But I just needed a couple more laps.
Yeah, obviously, it could have been a win, but it wasn't. Like I said, future races, it could happen. Congratulations on your third place finish today. Not really much left to talk about from GSR today. Obviously, next week is Belgium for, if I'm correct, I think it's all tiers. Let me actually check that right now. Tier 3 schedule. Yeah, Belgium is next week for Tier 3, and Belgium next week for Tier 2 and Tier 1. So it's all 3 tiers. That is next week in Belgium. I'm really wondering, though, how is this going to play out in Belgium? Is we going to see another great race? We're going to see another race decide off of penalties? Are we going to see a lot of drivers close to one another like a DRS train like we saw today at most of the race? How is this going to play out? Remember, if you have a clip or an incident that was recorded, send it into the chat, or send it into the Austria incidents chat in the Discord server. Lost words. That's frustrating. So, there's interesting events for GSR's partner league, ARL, tomorrow. You have the Rocket League tournament, which is the finale, with GSR Axe, the owner, and everyone from the GSR esports team is competing in that. At 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK. That will be interesting to watch out for. And then ARL preseason for the F1 League is also tomorrow, too. 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UK on my Mixer. So, if you tuned in today, make sure you tune in next week or even tomorrow just to watch the GSR drivers or even GSR esports drivers duel it out in Rocket League and F1. So, that's really all I have right now. I don't really have anything else to say besides a decent race.
Me neither.
I really do hope to improve the commentary for me. But, especially the loss of words, I hate that. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That's really all I have to say. I don't really have to say much else. Thank you guys for watching. That's really about it. I'm going to go to Twitch and now end the stream. So, you guys have a good night, and we hope you enjoyed that.